Have you ever wondered why Islam and the Quran are constantly criticized in the Western world? Why is it that, despite being the fastest-growing religion, it remains the most misunderstood? Is it merely due to a lack of knowledge, or is there a deliberate effort to keep people away from the truth? When we look at history, we find that Islam has always faced resistance, from the time of Prophet Muhammad until today. The Quraysh of Makkah opposed it fiercely, not because they misunderstood it, but because they feared its power. The power to bring justice, equality, and truth. The same pattern continues today, but on a much larger scale. The Quran is not just an ordinary book. It is the divine revelation from Allah, a guidance for all of humanity. Unlike any other religious scripture, it has remained unchanged for over 1400 years. It is the only book that millions of people have memorized word for word. It contains wisdom, laws, and moral teachings that have shaped civilizations. Yet, despite its unmatched eloquence and undeniable impact, it is attacked, ridiculed, and misrepresented in many parts of the world. But why? One of the biggest reasons for this criticism is the rapid and unstoppable spread of Islam. Across Europe and America, thousands of people embrace Islam every year. What's astonishing is that many of these new Muslims are not uneducated or naive individuals. They are highly educated professionals, doctors, scientists, professors, people who seek the truth beyond propaganda. They start by hearing the negative portrayals of Islam in the media. They are told that Islam oppresses women, that it promotes violence, that it is a backward religion. But when they begin to research, when they read the Quran with an open mind, they find something completely different. They find a book filled with wisdom, mercy, and justice. They find a religion that answers their deepest questions about life and existence. And this is what terrifies those in power. The Western world has built entire industries on materialism, greed, and exploitation. Their economies thrive on interest-based banking systems, which Islam strongly condemns. Their societies are dominated by consumerism, where people are encouraged to chase wealth, desires, and worldly pleasures. But Islam challenges this system. It calls for justice. It promotes modesty, discipline, and responsibility. It forbids oppression and exploitation. This is why it is seen as a threat. Not because it promotes violence, but because it promotes a way of life that disrupts the corrupt foundations of modern Western systems. To counter this, the media plays a powerful role in misrepresenting Islam. News outlets, movies, books, and even educational institutions subtly or openly spread misconceptions. They take verses from the Quran out of context, presenting them in a way that distorts their true meaning. Take the word jihad, for example. The media has turned this word into something terrifying. They have conditioned people to associate jihad with war and bloodshed. But in reality, jihad is the struggle for self-purification, the struggle against one's own desires, and the effort to uphold justice in society. The greatest jihad, as our Prophet Muhammad said, is the struggle against one's own self. Yet, this concept is never explained to the masses. Instead, the same governments and media outlets that promote wars and invasions around the world are the ones who accuse Islam of violence. Another example is the portrayal of women in Islam. The hijab is seen as a symbol of oppression, yet women in the West are pressured to expose their bodies to fit into society's beauty standards. In Islam, women are given dignity, protection, and a high status. But instead of acknowledging this, Islam is accused of restricting women's rights. The irony is that many women, after reading the Quran, choose to wear the hijab willingly, despite facing criticism and discrimination. If Islam was truly oppressive, why would so many intelligent and educated women willingly accept it? Despite all these efforts to tarnish Islam's image, it continues to grow. And the reason is simple: because truth cannot be hidden forever. Allah Himself has promised to protect the Quran. Indeed, it is we who sent down the reminder, the Quran, and indeed, we will be its guardian. The Quran is a living miracle. Its words remain unchanged, its message remains relevant, and its wisdom continues to inspire millions of hearts. And here is something truly remarkable. Despite centuries of attacks, no one has ever been able to produce even a single verse like it. Allah directly challenges mankind, and if you are in doubt about what we have sent down upon our servant Muhammad, then produce a surah like it. Surah Al-Baqarah 23. No poet, no scholar, no historian has been able to match its eloquence, depth, and power. This is the reality that frustrates those who wish to discredit Islam. But as Muslims, we must ask ourselves, are we doing our part in representing the truth? Are we sharing the message of Islam with wisdom and kindness? Are we living according to the teachings of the Quran so that our actions become a proof of its beauty? Instead of reacting with anger to false accusations, we must follow the example of our Prophet Muhammad. He faced insults, attacks, and oppression, yet he responded with patience, wisdom, and the best of character. That is how Islam spread, not by force, but by the undeniable truth and goodness it carried. The Quran teaches us to respond to hatred with kindness, to ignorance with knowledge, and to hostility with patience. If we truly understand and implement the teachings of Islam, we will not need to defend it with words. Our actions will speak louder. So the next time someone questions Islam, do not be defensive. Instead, invite them to read the Quran themselves. Tell them to seek knowledge from authentic sources, not from biased media. Because the truth of Islam is like the sun. No matter how many clouds try to cover it, its light will always shine through. Have you ever tried to explain the truth about Islam to a non-Muslim? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and share this video so that the truth can reach more people.